On the north coast of Gozo, the coastline features a distinctive checkerboard of rock cut salt pans extending into the sea. These 350-year-old salt pans, which cover approximately 3 kilometers along the coast, are integral to a long standing Gozitan tradition of sea salt production. This method dates back to the Phoenician era with significant developments during Roman times and continued by local families over generations. The salt pans operate through a simple yet effective method. Seawater is collected in these shallow limestone reservoirs, and the sun's heat evaporates the water over several days, leaving behind salt crystals. This process is repeated multiple times during the summer months, typically from mid May to September. The collected salt is then dried and stored in caves carved into the coastal rock. The tradition is kept alive by families such as the Sinis, who have been harvesting salt in this area since the 1860s. Josephine and her family, for example, have continued this practice, making it both a local heritage and a tourist attraction. The salt produced is sold in local shops and sometimes directly by the roadside, offering visitors a chance to take home a piece of Gozitan culture. Visiting the salt pans offers a picturesque and educational experience. While the formations themselves are a year-round attraction, witnessing the actual salt harvesting requires a visit during the summer. Ghasri is a lush valley on Gozo's picturesque north coast. It is one of Malta's greatest seaside treasures. Blissfully secluded, the inlet is wedged between two high cliffs and is known for its spectacular scenery, dramatic rock formations, and calm azure waters. Popular among divers and snorkelers, the bay is home to a fascinating network of underwater caves and an abundance of marine life. Particularly intriguing is a cave with a shaft stretching up to the top of the steep cliffs. This was used in days gone by to hoist buckets of water in order to fill the neighboring salt pans. Truly charming in every way, magical Vie del Ghasri offers a taste of the Gozitan seaside at its very best. The inland sea is an extremely popular destination for locals and tourists. It's one of the most scenic destinations in Gozo, offering a natural sea pool with an 80-meter long tunnel through the cliffs that leads to the Mediterranean Sea. Many believe the unique formation was caused by a geological fault in the limestone, which resulted in a sea cave where the roof later collapsed. It's surrounded by a beautiful semicircled pebble and many fishermen huts. There are many little boats offering sightseeing trips to the caves and to view where the Azure window was once located. सारी जो पिंक है ना ये तो इससे मेरा फोन दे दो The Blue Hole is situated next to the famous collapsed Azure window in Duera on the west coast of Gozo. It is known for being one of the best 10 dives in Europe. The blue hole looks like a cave, but the surroundings underneath the water and the light falling through makes it such a majestic sight. At the maximum depth of around 60 meters, you can find all sorts of life, including lobsters, morays, and big groupers. It is often referred to as a playground for divers because huge boulders were formed where divers can swim through as a result of the collapsed azure window. One of Malta's most visited sites, the Pinu National Shrine's history dates back to 1883 when a peasant working in the fields heard the voice of Our Lady calling to her from a painting inside a tiny chapel. From then on, the building became a popular pilgrimage site and its visitors soon overwhelmed the tiny church. Today, the chapel remains intact behind the altar of a larger church built between 1920 and 1931 and still contains the famous painting of the Assumption of Mary into heaven. Deemed a masterpiece by many, the church was designated as a mini basilica in 1932. Visited by thousands of devout locals and foreigners seeking divine intervention each year, the shrine has been connected with a number of miraculous healings.